just quickly, if you have any comments or critiques, please leave them in the comment section below. We're going to quickly get into this. So, last time we were here, the trio were entering the council room.
Take a seat, you three. Quickly. We're simply waiting for someone from Quirm to arrive before we start the council this time, instead of waiting for everyone. We really need to get to the bottom of this and send runners off quickly before our position is made for us. Spoke the snide voice of Lord Yernteln, the currently elected High King of Vrallon. The news wasn't this bad last time I heard. What has changed? Herg. A messenger came in last night through the mine. He has brought a message from our contacts with the human empire. Apparently, they have lost the fortified village of Prestel, just east of their city. Well, that is far from our domain. They are sending envoys with accusing letters to all the other cities. The elves, the mages, what is left of the orcs, and even the Nords. They want compensation, and they don't care from who. And what do they think we have to do with it? More importantly, though, is what do they want from us? Yern? You want each city that wasn't a part of the destruction of Prestel to send a contingent of troops to help investigate and bring to rights what has occurred to them, as well as sending some wards to their city to show our loyalty, along with some free resources and laborers to help rebuild the village once everything else is done with. What? They don't ask for much, do they? Why not just... Quiet, Kreth. Yern, what reason do they give for asking such a high price for their compensation? They have stated that as a guest of a far-off and noble land, that it is our duty, us as well as the elves, nods, orcs, and mages, to work together to right this wrong on our guests. I don't remember inviting them over, so I'd hardly would consider them a guest, though I would like to get to the bottom of this as quickly as possible. Prestel is likely only the first target on the culprits list, and I believe we can all agree that none of us want Vrallon on either his list or the humans' list of suspects. While I am sure we could deny either of them entrance, I would not want to test our defenses in such a manner. A nod of consent went around the table as the last few souls of the council took their seats. Have you heard the news about Prestel, Lord Quirm? A gruff nod of agreement was all that the old and weathered Lord Quirm gave. Yern's steward brought out a scroll of parchment with a quill and a vial of ink, and started writing what apparently was a predetermined letter before Yern himself spoke. Alright, so without any current information on what happened at Prestel, we should send a letter to the humans and give them our deepest apologies for the destruction of Prestel, and that once they have found the culprit, we will send appropriate support to their side. Any disagreements? What about the orcs? A sharp kick from Kurgata silenced Kreth, followed by a harsh whisper. Quiet, you fool. You can have the honor of speaking to the council for the first time when you have something damned worthy to say. But as the two looked back at the council's eyes were staring at Kreth in patient expectance, except for Herg's, who was glaring at Kurgata. Please, Kreth, continue. With the prompting of High Lord Yern, Kreth mumbled out the next sentence. Well, I've been told, heard rumors about Adelord. I believe we have heard enough of this, my lords. Let the boy speak, Kurgata. If he has finally decided he has something to give to the council since he took his seat nearly 50 years ago, it should be important. The orcs have formed a Del-Ord, supposedly, and with the destruction of Preston, along with that most of the humans' lands have been taken from the orcs, it sounds too coincidental. Even if it isn't a Del-Ord, Presto was a mere village, and it wasn't expecting any assault. It wouldn't take too many well-armed troops to deal with the guards, and the civilians would have fled at the simple outbreak of a conflict. An interesting idea, Kreth, with some well-rounded rationalizing of the idea. But I haven't heard of anything about a Del-Ord, or any forming of an orcish warband. Where did you hear this from? I heard it from several merchants and other travelers. A round of silent coughs and sniggers engulfed the rest of the council, as Hugh and Kurgata looked disappointedly at Kreth. Alright, well, with that done, I assume that we should send off this letter to the humans before they get too overzealous with our tardiness? Taz, send it immediately. A near-unanimous chorus of agreement resounded around the room, with only Kreth and Lord Quorum remaining silent, as the steward handed the scroll to a runner, who started his long trudge to the closest human village that wasn't destroyed. When suddenly, a guardsman clad in iron chain stumbled in from the throne room door, before taking a quick bow to the council, and jogging to whisper into Yurn's ear. What? How many? You're sure? A quick, confirming whisper was all that took to send Yurn to his feet, quickly followed by the rest of the council. It seems we have a visitor, an orc emissary. The council quickly moved out into the throne room, as Kreth managed to move ahead of the group, eager to see if he would be proven right. A lone orc, standing as an 8-foot giant amongst the 4-foot dwarfen guards who stood two per side of him. His robes were a simple design and color, of brown and yellow. Fair evening, is it true? Quiet, Kreth! What do you want? Fair evening to you, too. I have been sent by John of Melted Snow to talk of these humans. That is not what my guards tell me. They are here to show that I speak for all of the orcs. Kreth bounded in front of the stern councilman and the somber orc before anyone could stop him. Sir, is it true that the orcs are assembling a Del-Ord? Silence, you imbecile! I will deal with you later. Kurgata, take him back to our hold. A short, animalistic, and brutal sound uttered from the stoic orc's face as he looked down upon Kreth, as a smile slowly crept across his face. Follow me, grunted the orc as he led the dwarfen lords across the now strangely vacant causeway towards the great gates. You know what? We all did. We have been enslaved and robbed by the humans so much that we were losing the understanding of our own people. The Del-Ord is formed under a bloodied warlord to take what he wants. We may have formed under a warlord, and he is definitely no blood virgin. But we seek to reclaim what has been wrongfully taken from us, and to start a new age for the orc people. One of true progress, and something completely new. As he said this last part, he moved aside at the gates of Varalon, as the councilman looked upon a horde of orcs assembling tents along either side of the road coming to Varalon, stopping just short of the bridge. No one could see the end of the camp. I see we have a lot to talk about. Guardsmen! Double the garrison, and call up as many emissaries as we have available to deal with this group. the council will personally deal with this John person's ambassador. And someone catch that runner before he delivers the letter. Thank you for listening to this, and if you do listen to it, please give me a comment and critique about what you thought and such, and if you think that there's something that I could try to do which would make this more enjoyable for people. Thank you, and hopefully I'll be doing more of this.